Who is Amanda? When I was younger, I lived in the same street with a big sister with the name Linn and a little sister with the name Amanda. And the name Linn is similar to my front name Elin, while the name Amanda is similar to the front name of my twin Anna. But is that the whole story? I suspect that there is a person with this name Amanda, which is the reason why this name Amanda is popular. The most obvious candidate, I think, is Amanda Seyfried, because she looks like my biological family, Skanke. And she kind of look a little bit like Elizabeth Holmes. Elizabeth Holmes is assumed to be part of my biological family, Skanke. Her whole name is Amanda Michelle Seyfried. She is 36 years of age, and her height is 159 centimeters, which is a twin height above my biological grandmother on my father's side. So maybe her grandmother or grandfather is 159 centimeters, and maybe Amanda is my third cousin. Maybe the grandmother or grandfather of Amanda Seyfried is the twin of my grandmother. Another candidate for the popularity of the name Amanda is Amanda Bynes. She is a twin height above the height of my biological mother and my biological grandmother. So her height is 170 centimeters. And when searching for the height of Amanda Bynes, you kind of get the suggestion of Lindsay Lohan below, and I'm like, a Google trying to tell me something. Maybe they are in biological family. I don't know. Because they are not exactly very similar, but are they very different? That's the question. Because you don't need to look very much alike people which you are in family with. A little bit of similarity might be more than enough. Like the face shape of Amanda Bynes and Lindsay Lohan looks kind of similar. Their eye area looks kind of similar. Their eye color seem to be kind of related. Their eyebrows looks kind of similar. The lips and the teeth looks kind of similar, even though the lips of Amanda Bynes is a bit bigger. The nose size is approximately the same, even though the nose tip of Amanda Bynes goes a little bit further down. And Amanda Bynes kind of has these chubby cheeks, which is very characteristic for my biological family, Skanke. And yes, I am totally aware that Amanda Bynes has changed her appearance, but in order to compare people, it is easier to do that when they have an equal body weight. But even though due to this recent transformation, her popularity seemed to exceed everything. And that suggested that there is something with her genetics. Her whole name is Amanda Laura Bynes. Her last name is kind of similar to the Norwegian word bryn, which is brows in English. And I have talked about the popularity of that name lately. Another candidate for the name Amanda is Amanda Tenfjord. And even though she does not look like my biological family skanke in many of her pictures, I have seen her looking very like my family skanke on some occasions, and I'm like, yeah. And she has this kind of power position where Greece suddenly calls her and asks her if she wants to participate in Eurovision for Greece. Even though she's this Norwegian girl from this Norwegian little country. And yes, she is originally from Greece, but why does all these powerful people end up in Norway? And that certainly suggests that there should be something with her genetics. She is 25 years old and her height is 165 centimeters. And as you can see from this picture, she has this kind of wavy hair type, just like me. And this kind of wavy hair type I got from my biological family skanke. So these two sisters, which I lived in the same street with the name Linn and the name Amanda, is that just a representation of Elin, me, and my sister Anna, because our names are similar to their names? I don't know. It definitely seems like there could be more to the story. And guess what? Lindsay Lohan has the same height as Amanda Tenfjord. Yeah, so Lindsay Lohan seems to be the representative for the name Linn. Because, you know, these two sisters with the name Linn and Amanda, which lived in the same street as me when I was younger. So, since Lindsay Lohan kind of look a bit similar to Amanda Bynes, maybe they are the two representatives for those two names. Maybe there is more than one coincidence. And maybe these people which I lived in the same street with when I was younger also are in my biological family, and they are named based on other biological family members, and for that reason this occurs more than one time. The age and date of birth of Amanda Bynes and Lindsay Lohan indicate that they might be twins. There is a age difference between Amanda Bynes and Lindsay Lohan on 3 months. There is no problem for you people hiding a child from the official world for 3 months. You have hidden me for the official world for 35 years. Another very popular person with a height 165 centimeters, just like Lindsay Lohan and Amanda Tenfjord, is Miley Cyrus. The height 165 centimeters is a twin height above Queen Elizabeth and Priscilla Presley.